guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today, I have an underused match against my boy Nate. I decided to throw together a kind of random team, and this was actually the first battle that I even used this team in, so we'll see how things kind of go. I decided to throw the Dugong on there because that thing's sweet as fuck, but yeah, let's do it. So, honestly, I expected him to lead off with his Infernape, expecting me to lead off with my Bronzong, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna throw my Lobster out there and have some fun with it. He actually ends up leading off with his freaking Mind Shao, and I'm like, alright, that's unfortunate. So I don't want to take a fake out, and I'm like, you know what, fine, I'm gonna go right into my Bronzong. It would have been way better had I just let off with Bronzong in the first place, but it's all good. It's gonna pimp slap Bronzong, but it doesn't really hurt at all, and that's cool. So here I actually kind of expected a U-turn or something. Turns out he actually goes for the knockoff, and that's a real bummer for my big floating bell over here, because I got my Light Clay knocked off right after I got my Light Screen up, so that's annoying. I got my freaking light screen is gonna last not as long as I had hoped. I went for the light screen initially just because I didn't want Bronzong to be taking the special fire attacks and stuff, but now the Mind Shao is gonna go for the U-turn. He actually brings out the Infernape now, basically showing me he's gonna want to fuck me up. I honestly had no switch. I had no switch to a Flare Blitz or anything, so I was like, you know what, I gotta have Heat Proof take it, and Heat Proof was not looking too Heat Proof there. I just got destroyed, so that's kind of a bummer. No big deal though. At least Bronzong got up the rocks and stuff, and I honestly didn't have another switch for that. So here I went into Clawitzer, basically just destroyed that Infernape, and he didn't know that I was Choice Scarf. That's the cool part about running a Choice Scarf Clawitzer. He's fast as hell, and he outspeeds things that expect to not be outsped by him. So that's awesome. Don't have to worry about the Infernape anymore, and that's a major threat, so that's pretty cool. Now this thing's going to come out here, he's going to fake me out, and it's not going to really do too much to me at all, as the light screen wears off, and that light screen didn't even do a damn thing, so that's kind of a bummer, but whatever. Now he's going to bring in the Florges, as this thing right here, looking at it at this moment, was when I realized that this thing is just an absolute problem to my team. As you'll see there, that Water Pulse actually does a decent amount, and I'm like, all right, Lobster guy, putting in some work. That did a decent amount of damage to the point where I was like, you know what, I'm going to stay in, just kind of see what it wants to do. As he goes for the Protect, I just try to Water Pulse one more time, it doesn't happen. I guess he just wanted to Protect just to see maybe what I was going to do. I don't know. But I stay in here again, I go for the Water Pulse, I'm like, you know, maybe I can get some confusion hacks, that would be just absolutely hilarious. And unfortunately I don't, and this freaking flower is able to get off a Wish. And now obviously it's gonna go for the Protect and just get its Wish back. So I'm like, you know what, this is getting, I'm getting freaking nowhere with this. I gotta switch my freaking big claw guy out. I should have named this thing Big Meaty Claws. That's a solid nickname. Damn it, I couldn't think of a nickname for it. But anyways, actually I think that Clawzer was definitely traded to me. Anyways, but I switched into Koba here, as I kind of expected the Protect there, and then I realized that Koba's not really. My Infernape doesn't have much that I can do against this thing, honestly. I can go for the Fake Out, see what happens with that, get a little bit of damage, and then maybe try to go for the Close Combat, but that's a little bit risky considering the Moonblast is going to do a decent amount to Koba, so I'm like, you know what? Screw this noise. I'm going to get my Infernape the hell out of here. And props to you if you understand the nickname on my Infernape. So I'm going to go into Club Knee as I take a Moonblast to the face, which actually does a decent amount of damage, and I'm like, this is kind of a bummer. If he has Toxic, I'm going to be really screwed, and most Florges actually do carry Toxic, so I'm going to actually just kind of play it out, make him use Toxic. He actually does show the Toxic, and I'm like, well, shit. Damn it, Dugong, you almost had one. So I go for the Stockpile, as I'm going to get my defenses all sorts of bulky and shit. Look at my Dugong over here, just looking beastly. Dugong is an awesome Pokemon. I'll use this thing in every tier. It's so badass. So at this moment, I honestly sent in Club Me basically because I do have the Encore. I want to be able to Encore this thing into a funny attack. That way I can maybe like Protect or something, or like a Wish. I want to Encore him into something weird. That way I can get a free switch into my Tyrantrum, who is like basically my only physical attacker that I can like do anything against this thing with. As I actually do end up Encoring it into a freaking Moonblast, which is like, no, that's not what I was looking for. As I realized that Dugong didn't have the right timing on that shit anyways, so that's kind of lame. But now he's locked into Moonblast for a couple turns, so I'm like, alright, I'm going to take advantage of that, knowing he can't go for the Wish or anything. I'm going to go into Onion, and unfortunately this is my Celebi. I figured Onion was a pretty fitting name, as the Moonblast does a decent amount to me, and then he gets the special attack fall. So I'm like, well fuck, if I wanted to go for a Leaf Storm anyways, it's not going to do shit now. It wouldn't have done much anyways, but at least I do carry the Thunder Wave on this thing. I honestly should get Leech Seed on this freaking Celebi ASAP, because if I had Leech Seed, it would definitely help me out in this battle. But I tried to kind of go for a more offensive Celebi on this guy right here, my little floating onion fella right here. So I really wish I did have the Leech Seed. Unfortunately, I don't, so that's kind of a bummer. I know now that the Encore is going to end pretty soon, and I also know that he's probably going to want to get up a wish or something, maybe, perhaps soon or something. Like, at this point, I'm just playing in the dark. I honestly have nothing I can do against this damn floor. There's just, like, literally not much I can do. So I know that I'm going to live that Moonblast. I live it with enough to live the poison, and then the Encore ends. So I'm like, okay, perfect. He goes for the Protect here, as he's going to try to stall out for my toxic damage, but as you'll see after this leftovers, I do end up living the next toxic damage, which is just absolutely awesome, because Club Me's just a beast. Look at that. Live that shit with 5 HP. Now I'm going to be faster. I can Encore him into Protect, and that is exactly what I needed. Check that shit out. Actually, wait, no, do we have a speed tie? I think my Dugong in this floor just may have had like a speed tie or something. Some weird shit happens with these guys. But anyways, I'm gonna get my leftovers, and then I end up dying to that poison damage. But that's actually ideal, because knowing that this thing is locked into Protect for the next couple turns at least, I can now send in my Tyrantrum, who is an absolute fucking monster, and get the odd matchup against this thing, but it actually worked out. That Encore was extremely crucial, and it allows me here to go ahead and set up a nice little Dragon Dance. So he's gonna bring out this stupid little Flappy guy over here. My Mind Shell's named freaking Flappy. That's all I can see these things as. They just look floppy. No, mine's named Floppy. Sorry, I have a Flappy and a Floppy. But anyways, he's gonna go for the fake out. It's not gonna do shit to me. Honestly, no big deal at all. I could have probably. I kind of just wasn't sure if this Fire Fang was going to kill, but then I thought about it for a second and I was like, wait up, I have so much damn attack. I've never actually used a Tyrantrum before, but this was my first battle using this thing in, and it destroys shit. Check this out. This Metagross comes out, tries to fuck with Tyrantrum. Tyrantrum's like, nah, take this Fire Fang to the face. And that is going to do an absolute dickload of damage, and that guy faints. So I'm like, holy hell, I might actually get a sweep with this Tyrantrum right now. How awesome would that be? So he brings out the Ampharos here, as I kind of expect him to go for the Mega Evolution on the first turn. And I went for the Ice Fang for that reason, but it doesn't, and then he's able to hit me with the Dragon Pulse. And since it's not stab here, as you'll see, I am able to live that, which is fucking awesome, and that activates my weakness policy, which is just like, oh, hell yeah. Icing on the cake right there. My attack is just skyrocketed, and I go for one more Fire Fang, and it's going to kill the Ampharos. But unfortunately, I get the Static, which is just absolute garbage, because now I'm not going to be able to outspeed the next Pokemon that comes in, and it looks like Tyrantrum's sweep has ended here. But, you know, shit happens. Kind of expected the Static. I only have Fang moves on this thing, so it's like, I was due for a Static, I suppose. But anyways, the Hydreigon's going to come out. He's going to go for the Dragon Pulse and kill my grandfather Godzilla-looking dude, which is a bummer. But good shit, Tyrantrum. Good shit. Now I'm going to go into Clartzer. I'm going to go ahead and bluff the Ice Beam, as I know he's probably going to want to bring out that stupid Flower again. So I'm like, you know what? Take this Water Pulse to the face, you asshole Flower, which is at like full freaking HP. Luckily, I got it paralyzed, though, because the paralysis actually comes quite in handy a little bit, I guess. So Water Pulse does a decent amount of damage. Just getting some solid damage off on this thing. Just literally back to square one on the point that there's nothing I can do against this damn Florges. So I'm like, you know what? Might as well water Pulse again. Maybe I'll get a critical hit or something. That would be awesome. But he gets up the Wish now, and I'm just really hoping that he gets paralyzed on the next turn, so I'm able to kill it off with a Water Pulse. But as you'll see, he breaks through the paralysis, goes for the Protect, and my Lobster's like, well, I might as well just go fuck myself now, because there's nothing I can do against this damn Florges. Gets like all of his health back after the leftovers. I'm like, holy hell, I hate these things. I've never used one. I hate these damn things. I think I have one. I've never used it though. But I mean, they're good Pokemon, especially in underused. They're definitely just everywhere, and that's the reason why I don't use them. But now he goes for the Moonblast, and of course he gets the special attack drop. I mean, why the hell wouldn't he? That's the second time. And now Clartzer's not going to be able to do a damn thing against this guy, so I gotta switch again. And Onion's like, you know what? Bring me back out, coach. Bring me back out. As he goes for the Wish now, as Celebi, you know, can't really do too much to this guy at all. but Celebi can stay out here and just fucking look sweet with his little flappy ass wings, his sweet onion head and stuff. Celebi's probably got to be one of my favorite legendaries. I don't know what it is. This guy's awesome. So I go for the Leaf Storm. It's going to do a decent amount of damage to this thing. Doesn't end up killing it. And I was like, that would have been so clutch if that killed it. My god. But he gets paralyzed there. Doesn't really matter because the wish comes true. And I was like, freaking sweet. Getting absolutely nowhere with this thing. It would be nice if I could get a paralysis on the right turn. That would just be real helpful. The Hacks gods are not on my side right here, though. So I'm like, alright, you know, my special attack's shit right now. I might as well switch. I'm going to go into Koba. I know I can live at least one Moonblast if that's what he wants to do. And then I honestly thought about it, and I was like, if I go for the Fake Out and then a close combat, I feel pretty confident that I could kill with a close combat. But as you'll see, look right there, he even got another special attack drop on fucking Koba. Well, I'm like, what the hell? What's your deal, Florges? What is your deal? He tries to go for the protect right there to block my fake out, but I land the fake out as he got paralyzed, so that's kind of cool. And the fake out does a decent amount of damage, and it puts him to the point where I wasn't 100% sure if this close combat was going to kill. And as you'll see even here, he goes for the protect and gets one more turn of leftovers, so I'm like, Jesus, this is just absolutely terrible. I don't even know what I'm going to do against this purple stemmed asshole. But check this out. I go for the close combat, punch you right in, actually, we'll kick you right in the fucking face. Eat my foot is what Koba was saying to that thing, and it dies. Like, holy hell, it finally died, guys. I didn't think it was possible on this team, but I finally killed the Florges. Like, holy shit. So, now it's all down to the Hydreigon, and he has one more Azelf who is going to pretty much just go ahead and, wait, what the fuck? So, everything on his team is dead except for this Hydreigon, and he outspeeds me right there, which he wasn't supposed to. That thing is not supposed to outspeed an Infernape, which shows me that he is Choice Scarfed. And that is the worst possible situation, because since he is Choice Scarfed, he is now able to outspeed everything left on my team, and he is able to get the late game sweep with this freaking three-headed freak, which is annoying. But, you know, I mean, he actually told me that he told me at the end of the match that he, in fact, tried to put Choice Specs on this thing and accidentally put a Choice Scarf. And it actually came through to win in the match there. So had he had the Choice Specs, I would have been able to outspeed initially with Infernape and kill it, let alone my Choice Scarf Klitz, would have been able to come in and clean things up. But nonetheless, that was a really good game. The Choice Scarf freaking Hydreigon came and ruined my life. But I had a pretty good thing going with that Tyrantrum. That was pretty awesome. I thought this match was pretty cool. Good match. Leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Peace.